From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom. Number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. You're going to win that battle. You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Let's go with 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Ty Zentner now. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at the 20. Let's start the drive here with Pacheco. Oh, what a move. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
What I continue to hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch it and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Chiefs had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chiefs 7, Chargers 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that.
And he works free. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And the Chargers first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Chargers first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ready? Not saying 18 Cardinals. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals.
2nd and 6. And he completes it to Wilson. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet into the completion. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This is 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
He'll try again. And this time, he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Chargers. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring,
ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They enter play one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And while their numbers for the season haven't been that great, they do have players capable of making plays, as we just saw there. Able to get in there and blow that play up. They're just looking for more of those types of plays throughout this game.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
That one taken in by Neighbors. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready, right?
They'll drop to throw. That's complete to the Porter. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
3 yards. And the Chargers, first down.
Reno.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Again, it's Pacheco. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 55 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And Mahomes will do it himself. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, Ripley! Hey, Ripley!
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Deputy Lions! Panther 50! Panther 50!
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And it's taken in at the 9. A nice job getting free on a return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now here's Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They'll get this complete to Worthy. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And again, it's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with career touchdown number 157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list. And the Chiefs are able to move back in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 17-14.
Chargers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Okay, ready?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
43! 43!
Gets this out wide to Pickens. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Chargers' 9-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chargers 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on a deep ball.
And no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
35-yard line.
2nd and 10.
Pass to 11. Pass to 60. Pass to 60.
They'll throw now on the final play.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Able to locate his running back open downfield. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow, yellow.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. The throw's going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down after a short pickup. So they take a big chance there, and the result, a modest gain.
3rd and 4.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Yellow, yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. Man, and he hits him in stride.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he will take it out in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. 39 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Butker on for the PAT. This a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Chiefs 31, Chargers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to first.
22 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
Let's go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's Buffalo 18. Buffalo 80. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I'm sure that was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Mustang 19, 7.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Rebels. 8 Panther 50. Panther 50.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Finds Pickens out right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup of 38. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Butker now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Stephanie. Cougar 19.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Los Angeles.
Ready? Bronco 80.
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Here we go. Start.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw.
Throw right side, Wilson.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A gain of 3, second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
22.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone when they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Now Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he'll take, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tui Pulotu got in and dropped it.
Brings up 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. George Pickens, 27 yards. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
45. Chargers, 22.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And
this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
2nd and a couple.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
70, Tim the Wolf. Here we go. Go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Another Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Panther 11. Hawks.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. 43.
Gets this out wide to Pickens.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his effort.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass.
Attack! Hero 15!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
22.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Come on.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Ready?
They'll set up to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Pack all 8. Pack the 60. Pack.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the Chargers' 46-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's